In other NFL news, you may or may not have heard, especially if you're in America. I'm assuming you haven't. If you're from the UK, you've probably heard of this guy. You've definitely heard of him if you're from Australia. Jarryd Hayne, one of the most explosive rugby league players, well, really in the last 20 years of the game, has decided to quit the sport at his, well, I'm not sure if you can say his apex, but he's still playing very well. He's only 26, and he decided to leave the game to pursue a career in the NFL. A lot of people will ask the question, especially in Australia, can he do it? And a lot of people will ask that question. Look, the NFL isn't huge here, so they're going to ask it and they're not really going to understand it. There has been obviously a history of AFL players, which is Australian rules, completely different sport, making it in the NFL, but that's as punters, kicking the ball. And this guy, Jarryd Hayne, he has the chance to actually make a legitimate crossover, a legitimate impact as a crossover star if he can make it. Now, the question isn't his athletic ability. He is explosive. He's strong. He has a genuine feel for rugby league. Right? His instincts are good. Can he translate that? That's a huge question. Look, the biggest challenge he'll have is understanding the game. You can't really. I would not put him as a running back. Obviously, I hate to say he's too old because he's only 26, but he's too far gone in terms of, look. You get players coming into the NFL that have played all their life. They understand zone blocking schemes. They understand, pass coverage. They understand all that. I'm assuming he has never played American football, and if he has, he's never played it at the level of even high school football in America. Now, I'm not ruling out his ability to learn. I'm just saying by the time he does learn it, it's at least going to be he's going to be on 30. He's going to be knocking on the door of 30. So he's not going to be, in my opinion, he won't be even a third down running back. You may see him sparingly, like what you see with Percy Harvin or players like that, where they come in and they will get a run or two, but nothing significant. If he's going to make it, his best chance will be as a kick returner. He plays fullback in rugby league. It's not rugby union, by the way. Totally different sport. He does play fullback. He's played center as well as wing. So he's an outside back. So he's used to, he's got the ability to catch a high ball. He'll be able to catch it under pressure too. So that's an advantage. He won't be overly fair catching it, you would hope. And he is a very good runner. I'm not sure how good his instincts will be in terms of actually using blocks in front of him, because that's an aspect that you do not use in rugby league. And also the ability, you could see him potentially as a wide receiver in the slot. His body is there. He's 6'2", 220 pounds. I've converted that. Well, I haven't converted it. I looked it up for you guys, so you'll understand his size. That's a pretty big receiver. It's not the biggest. Running back, he's very quick. He's got a good first step, and he does have the ability to beat people in front of him. But yeah, I think if any Aussie has the ability to actually be a skilled player in the NFL and not a punter, and make a genuine impact, it's him, especially from a crossover sport. But I'm not sure if the timing is right at his age. I hope he does well, and the worst thing that could happen is, you can make an argument for him being the best in the game right now, and the worst thing that could happen is if he goes there and completely falls flat on his face and doesn't even get a contract on the training squad. What he does have in his favour is ironically his age. So if he goes there and it doesn't work out for him in 2 years, he could come back and play rugby league again. I've got no questions that they will accept him with open arms. Maybe not at Parramatta. They should. I'm a Parramatta Eels fan myself. I would love for him to come back. And I do wish him the absolute best. But it's a huge jump. It's not jumping from rugby league to rugby union. It's a completely different sport. The only similarities are you run with the ball and you get tackled. that's where it ends.